jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
What's good, WCS, back on the boulevard once again. Hey, this is just a follow-up to earlier, because instead of me, addressing it right then, you know what I'm saying, I do it when I choose to feel like it. I want to get my guests off the panel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the OG for pulling up. And I didn't want to blend any of that in to him coming on the panel and pretty much, providing people with some information, what I was trying to let them hear it from the horse's mouth, or get them to ask the questions from the horse's mouth. Now, of course, I always look at a situation in the brightest light possible. I don't go in there with any type of preconceived malice that these people will basically just have closed ears on it, unwilling to listen, unwilling to accept something that they may not know. Instead, they want to just pretend like it's something they already knew. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on for a second. Okay. What's going on, XO? One Love OG. Everybody hit the like button. Appreciate you. So you know me, man. Look, when I be calling people out on this shit, it's not really anything that I'm breathing hard about, man. I'm not goddamn panting about this shit. But no, you're not gonna dilute, Like every time you try to present something that's real, these niggas don't want to hear the real. They want to hear something else. They want to hear a lie. They want motherfuckers to lie to them. They say they ain't about being lied to. They are. They want to be a part of the lie. They want to be a part of something that everybody is tuned in to and agree with. When you get the real shit, you get somebody to talk and bring it to they want to act like they already know. So let me address something that happened earlier. Y'all remember when I released the information about Hector Garcia? Niggas try to act like they heard it already. Want to give somebody else credit. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Want to give somebody else credit that didn't have shit to do with it. Trying to act like I can give everybody credit but you. That's hating. Period. I released Hector Garcia before anybody did. And they want to then try to give another channel credit. That's hating, bro. I let it be known that he was going to be fighting Hector Garcia next. When people was up here saying it was going to be Sosa and it was going to be possibly mentioning Gary Russell Jr. And I said, no, that's not the case. That's not happening. There ain't going to be no Gary Russell Jr. because it's in the DMV. The man is not even healthy. Okay, that's just one of the cases, right? So I come on here, and there's some other shit I can bring up, but I come on here and trying to explain about the situation. First of all, about the TGB situation, on how Al Heyman is running the game. All right. So I had no ill intentions of putting nobody on the spot. I just said, I can give you somebody that can answer all the questions if you have questions to answer. Okay. Didn't want to do that. So I always ask people, right? I did this already. Usually, if I didn't have nobody on the panel, I say, okay, who know this? I want to know what my listeners know and don't know. So if nobody else come back with it, I know they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're without information. So I said, okay, cool. Don't wait till I drop the information to act like you know. That's not flying with me, because I will return and address it. You know what I'm saying? I will return and address the situation. Don't take away my informational roadway and put up a damn obstacle in there that you didn't have anything to do with it, just because you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear something that has merit to it. It's looking like y'all are conditioned to listen to the same people say the same lies all the time, and that's okay, because it's good for the super chats. I get it. Two situations. The one about the way TGB was structured when it comes to Al Heyman, right? And the BLK Prime shit. You remember when I told y'all BLK Prime, I was going to drop some shit, and I asked people, I was going to drop some shit about BLK Prime. No one knew nothing. And Sheldon, you didn't know either. Once again, I got to explain to niggas, this ain't personal. Sheldon, you knew nothing about what you was looking at, because I dropped the news first. I said, y'all need to pay close attention to what's going on with BLK Prime. I mentioned Paulie. I mentioned all of them. And then again tonight, this person, people was talking. I said, okay, so now we getting somewhere. We was talking about Don King. So then I brought it up again. I say, okay, hold up right there. Don King, Chrissy Martin is the promoter. Not many people paid attention to Chrissy Martin being the promoter, one of the co-promoters. Who was Chrissy Martin signed to at one time? Who she has ties to? Don fucking King, bro. Don King. So when, I put the information out there, Sheldon says, oh, I seen that. No, you didn't, bro. Why is it so hard for y'all to give brothers they motherfucking, they nod, man? No, none of y'all niggas was talking about that. Nobody was talking about it. Find it, bro. You got to put this shit on thumbnail for real. Like, I got to put the information on thumbnail, because they up here just hating. They're not hating on my source. They just hating on me. Real talk. They just hating on me, man. So all of a sudden, I dropped the info about BLK Prime being, Al Heyman has his hands at BLK Prime. And then, people want to be act like, okay, I seen that too. No, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? No, you didn't. And then another thing you said that was wrong, Sheldon. I was having him explain the situation with the setup of TGB. And you say Bob Arum said that shit years ago. He did not. He never did. This is how I'm going to debunk that. He never said that. He never spoke on Al Heyman being an advisor. No, they went to court, because why would he sue Al Heyman for doing something that didn't violate the Ali Act? Why? Why would he speak on that? If Al Heyman was an advisor, everything's good, why did they go to court? Bob Arum did not say that. He did not say that. Bob Arum knew that and felt like Al Heyman had multi positions and he was running the whole entire gamut. You want to say advisor, manager, promoter. That's why they took him to court, because they wanted to mention, they want to say, no, you can't do that. You can't monopolize the whole game. You can't run all the positions. So my whole point for bringing it up is to highlight that Al Heyman is running the show. He's more than just an advisor. He's one of the most powerful men in boxing. He has his hands in a lot. He has his hand over there at PBC, right? PBC isn't a promotion, but it is a what? LLC. Then he has that TGB. It's still some stuff that I didn't even bring up with TGB. I'm going to bring it up for another live. And that's, once again, who knows this? Who can explain this to me? Because it seems like when I'm dropping some jewels, people want to then try to toss that shit off on somebody else, talking about, oh, this person knew, or this person said it. Bob Arum ain't never said anything about Al Heyman doing the advisor, because his problem was Al Heyman was running everything. He was a promoter, advisor, manager, all in one. He was a one-stop shop. And that's why they went to court with Top Rank and Golden Boy. He didn't say that. And he didn't even think Al Heyman existed. That's how I debunked that shit. Real talk. I mean, it's nothing personal. I'm very strategic in what I do. I don't emote on demand like that just because people are sitting up here just talking out their face. I was being respectful about it. Bob Arum did not say that shit. He did not emphasize any type of structure over there. He didn't even think Al Heyman existed. You know who he thought Al Heyman was? He thought Sam Watson was Al Heyman. That's what he thought. He thought Al Heyman was Sam Watson. He felt that the whole situation was being run by one person. You can't do that. All I was trying to do is have the OG come on deck and explain the whole situation on how TGB is formatted, and that Al Heyman does have his hands in a lot over there, and he's a very powerful, intricate role player and makes decisions over there. Just like I said, if you paid attention to BOK Prime, there's a lot of people that's over there right now, and nobody else is even talking about that shit. Nobody was talking about that. Nobody was mentioning BLK. You may not think of it as being something important, but it is. And people are going to start talking about it. Nobody was talking about it until I broke the news. But once again, I know what it is. They want to look at the size of my channel. They want to look at this, that, and the other. They don't see super chats floating up and down the dang live chat. I get it. I get it, dog. It's okay, man. Really. My spirit is good, man. People gonna show you who they are, bro. They don't understand how I can call somebody out on something, but I don't have no disdain for you. Like, if I call you out on some shit, it's real legitimate shit. It's not that I'm hating on you. If I have to defend myself, I'm gonna defend myself with vigor. Period. But that shit early today, no. You didn't see nothing going on with BOK Prime to link it back to PBC Sheldon. You didn't, dog. You did not, brother. Al Heyman did not say that. See, instead of me going in on you at that time, I say, no, I'm chilling. I'm just going to chill. And I'll do another separate live on you. I'll give you the hot grease later on. Bob Arum did not say that. He didn't even think freaking Al Heyman existed, bro. He thought Sam Watson was Al Heyman. He took him to court. He didn't take him to court because he thought he was an advisor. And you said he said it. Find a receipt where what Bob Arum said it. Find it. Because it's gonna take more than you just trying to copy out what I said. Find it. You niggas are not getting away that easy. You can't sit up here, oh, Bob Arum said that years ago. I never said no one said it. I was explaining that Al Haymond's position is multifaceted. I never said anything about it never been said. How can it never been said, the format of TGB? It's a lot of people that don't understand what TGB is and how it's structured. Real talk. They don't know how it's structured. They'll just throw Tom Brown in there, Tom Brown. That's all they'll tell, but they don't know how it's structured. What about TGB? How did it come about? Who's affiliated with TGB? That's my point, man. It's just simple, basic knowledge, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. Man, I'm going to come back and get me. Hey, believe me, I'm going to come back and get mine. Real talk. I'm going to come back and get me. If you think it's personal, then think it's personal. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't. See, I maintain a level of professionalism when I'm dealing with people like that I talk to all the time that really have spoken, who really have communication with Al Haymon and PBC, who's been in the sport for a long time. You heard him say he's a boxer, right? You know, who's really been in the game for quite some time that I don't even talk about all the time. I just say my source. My source ain't let me down. But when I bring them on, people are always trying to hate. From Blue to all the other niggas that I try to goddamn, send some knowledge from the source. They don't have a source like that, but they mad because I do. I get it though. Jamal Neasy on deck, man. What's good? Salute WCS, salute chat. I'm guessing you didn't find those orthopedic shoes from EJ yet. No, man, I've been searching. You know what? I do have one of them them beagles on that motherfucker though. Them bloodhounds. I do. I was just talking about it not too long ago today. I'm definitely trying to find that shit. Real talk. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing on deck, man. Smash the like button. LAB, Lost Arts of Boxing. Salute, fam. What's good? On deck. Done dot on deck with it. Salute. Blunt say, man, I ain't got nothing. Blunts was hot. Oh my God, dog. Blunts was hot, man. Hey, dog. I try to bring it to your doorstep, dog. You thought somebody was stunting on you. I wasn't stunting on you, bro. I don't have to stunt on nobody. I just said, you got any questions? Ask the man. He ain't a content creator. See, that's what happened when people get used to people putting them on front on YTC, putting them on blast. No, man, you was talking to a real one. I just said, if you got anything to ask him yourself. That's all I was saying, bro. That's all I was saying. Pop on deck. What's good? That's all I was saying. D Young on deck. Salute WCS. Salute to you, bro. Tony Boswell on deck. What's good? Much respect at World Combat Sports. And the chat stopped in and showed supports. Appreciate you there, Tony. No doubt, man. Happy holidays to you and the fam. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else. Big Blunts. I know we got family up here. LAB. I know you got family too, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Happy holidays to you, y'all family during the season, man. Andrew Charles on deck. World Combat Sports. What's good with it, Andrew? Balash, what's good? What's good? Yeah, man. I just wanted to Rashid on deck. What's good, Rashid? How you feeling? What happened with Ludabella? Do you know what happened with Ludabella? Rashid, I'm just asking. You know, we good, bro. I know Rashid for a minute be pulling up in the parkways and avenues and shit. I want to know, do you know what happened to Ludabella? Does anybody know what happened to Ludabella? Because he poses a very, let me find the question and put it up. All right? Does anybody know what happened with Ludabella? Please, I want to hear your feedback before I drop it up there and somebody say, oh, I know that. Oh, what y'all know about Ludabella's situation? Because it's a formidable question, man. It's a formidable question for real. What happened with Ludabella? I know I'm not looking up nothing. I ain't hitting no keys or nothing. I just want to know from you all because it should be educational. Me learning from y'all, y'all learning from me. What happened with Lula Bella? Do y'all know anything about that? What have you heard? Bruce Gas Boxing Jackson. Well, what's good with it, Bruce? Shout out to your OG. What's good, man? Okay, Rashid say he don't know. Do y'all know? I'll give you 2 more minutes. Do y'all know what happened to Lula Bella? The question that was posed by Rashid. Do y'all know what happened? I just want to know before I get the information because people be acting like they know stuff and then act like they want to downplay. Oh man, I heard that already. Okay, do y'all know what happened with Lula Bella? That's all I want to know. Okay, see, LAB is on the right course. You know what I'm saying? Something with Wilder. Okay, I'll take that. That's a start. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hyphy on deck, man. What's good? So Lula Bella, right? Lula Bella used to be what? Wasn't he on Team Wilder? He was one of the managers, right? Lula Bella was working with PBC, right? So you had Shelly Finkel and Lula Bella. What happened with Lula Bella? Lula Bella attempted to be a part of a deal that wasn't authorized, a 3-fight deal for Deontay Wilder behind his back without permission. That's supposedly 120 million, which was way more than 120 million. But that 3-fight deal was supposed to be Dominique Breazeale and Anthony Joshua. Lula Bella attempted to negotiate that deal without authority, without permission. He wanted to do it behind Wilder's back. And once they found out, he was fired. Period. So that brings us to this right here with the Kambosos situation. The Bella burned the bridge with PBC. So when you seen Kambosos and his situation, you know what I'm saying, Peter Khan being his manager, picking up the belts and all that, people was wondering how is he going to have a network? What? And then that's why he had to reach out, and Bob Arum had to come into play because the Bella didn't have anybody. So the communication had to stem to Top Rank for the ESPN deal situation for them to fight. Else, they would have been SOL because they couldn't do business with freaking PBC. I mean, that bridge is burned, done. So the Bella is trying to work himself back up, get that airtime back in play. But when you go behind somebody's back and try to create a deal or negotiate a deal without permission of the big dogs, there's repercussions behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he was fired. That's why you didn't see him over there with Wilder no more. You know what I'm saying? Because Wilder had Shelly Finkel and Lula Bella. But Lula Bella attempted to negotiate a deal behind Wilder's back, and he didn't have permission or authorization to do that shit. So he got exposed and freaking kicked out. They ain't playing that shit. They weren't playing that shit, bro. That's big money right there. And you trying to lock a fighter into something that he has no awareness about? No, that's not it, bro. But hey, you know, it's just another deal in boxing where you gotta understand, boxing is a business, right? But sometimes business is somewhat bad business. Boxing is a business, good or bad. Sometimes in boxing, the business doesn't benefit the fighter. It benefits all the other individuals that's role players for that fighter. And sometimes the fighters get screwed. Sometimes they don't. But overall, good business, bad business. It's always going to be about money in boxing. That's why you're not going to always see, like the OG said, that's why you're not going to always see the best fight the best. Because it's not beneficial to those individuals to make the fight for whatever reason that is. The money has to make sense to those promoters, managers, you know what I'm saying? It has to make business sense to them. They're the one doing all this stuff. Like, people have no idea who has to be paid, you know what I'm saying, in these circumstances. They would say that, oh man, we already know. Listen, I'm not saying the information ain't out there. All I'm saying is it's a lot of people that don't know how the entire process works. Just say, for instance, right, the Errol, Spence, and Terrence Crawford situation. All people are talking about is term sheet, contract, whatever. That's all they talk about. Back and forth, talk about. They actually believe that Al Heyman is the only entity that is the proven authority for checking off the box for that. That's it. That's done. When there's many other areas that this fight has to be approved. It's not just Al Heyman. That's part of it. The commission plays a huge role in that shit, dog. Not just this promotion deal, the commission, man. At the end of the day, commission has to approve the fight and everything. It's just not no give some money and this, that. No, it's been fights that was been made and the commission didn't approve them. And you ask yourself, damn, why wouldn't they approve a fight? Hey, it all depends, man. Because we know we done seen some bad fights on TV, but you have to understand, like I always tell you, boxing does not have a single president or governing body. So therefore, every commission across the board does not have the same standards of the code of ethics. When I mean code of ethics, that means those individuals whose commission understands and abide by the integrity of the sport. So if a fighter is too old and they're not medically fit or something to that extent, code of ethics say you should disapprove the fight. But that's not the case because every commission is different. Like in Georgia, a 30-something plus fighter down here won't get approved. Like, if they too old down here in GA, you ain't getting approved. But you go up to South Carolina or something like that, you might, North Carolina, not North Carolina per se, because they got shut down for the bullshit because they was just letting anything ride. That's fact. North Carolina, I don't think it opened back up yet, but they was just letting anything ride up there. You can come in that mud with a colostomy bag and goddamn a motherfucking oxygen tank in the ring. You can box in North Carolina, but South Carolina, man, I seen it, man. I seen a dude that was in his 50s, late 50s, something like that, going in there, couldn't even make it out the second round. Shout out to him. He's a warrior, though, man. Shout out to him. I was there for that fight. I seen it with my own eyes. What commission will prove that? Hey, every commission is not the same. Tony say, June, who's Spence Jr. fighting? Thurman, why so far away from now? I believe they are trying to age Bud out or maybe think he will lose his belt. Bud has a mandatory in May. He must fight. Once again, I'm going to put it out there. And good point there, Tony. Let me put it out there again about these mandatories. People tend to try to staple this or goddamn grab some nails when it requires just a moment, a staple moment. They want to bring nails into the equation. You know what I'm saying? They want to bring a nail gun in this motherfucker. Listen, Crawford can have a mandatory. Y'all just pay attention now. Come on, y'all. Just pay attention. When y'all hear the M word, mandatory, understand how many times as boxing fans that we've seen this word be manipulated. We've seen Carlos Ocampo come out of nowhere and step in the ring when there was other people in front of him. Okay? Is he really a mandatory? Okay, got it. Then we see the situation with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman coming off a Mario Barrios situation, but yet and still, you're going to try to tell me he's qualified to be mandatory off of that? He's qualified to be mandatory off of that with a hiatus, coming off another freaking layoff to come in there and be the mandatory for Errol Spence Jr. If they want someone to step in the ring, they can get someone to step in the ring, man. It doesn't freaking matter. It's easy. They brag about Danny Garcia, right? They brag about Danny Garcia being Errol Spence mandatory. Do you see how they're able to basically, whoever they want to insert into the position, the slot, they can do it? So now all of a sudden, Bud Crawford has a mandatory coming up in May. And people want to assume that it's going to be somebody extremely tough. It's going to be boosted. Let's see. Let's see what surprises. You think I just say hocus pocus in boxing for nothing? No, it's really magic. I seen magic happen. It's dark black magic, bro. I seen this shit with my own eyes. I seen shit happen that don't supposed to happen. I seen shit go on that I can't report. That's why I sit up here and talk about the hocus pocus of boxing, because you see shit that go on and you're like, God damn. It's a lot of shit these cats that's sitting behind these computers don't see unless you on deck. It's a lot to process. I'm not bullshitting, man. It's a lot to fucking digest sometimes you look at some of this stuff. It is. It's a lot, man. Like, I remember way back, I was telling people, man, I'll leave that to another day. But people believe that Bud is going to get a freaking tough mandatory. Also, they're not taking in consideration. I sit up here and put the pieces together for y'all. Didn't nobody say that accident was fake but me? I said it because it all pans out. It's all coincidental that it happened when it did. When he's supposed to be all of a sudden making an announcement days after he had the accident. People, listen to me. You're smarter than that. You're intelligent. You're fully functional human beings, man. Why are y'all acting like you see blind in this shit? Errol Spence is out on a ride or whatever, and it just so happened he has an accident when he's supposed to announce a fight 3 to 4 days after he had the accident. But just so happened the accident has derailed that, shut it down. His body is feeling, his body is feeling the aches and pains of the accident. He's not ready to fight right now. So now, just like he put on in the article, Errol Spence says what? April, May, or June. April, May, or June. Why? Because he doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman. He's trying to see what else can happen. And like you said, it's a lot of freaking scenarios that can put out there. They trying to then stall out until Terrence Crawford get his mandatory and see what happens in that case. Either way it goes, Errol Spence is going to have to step in the ring whether he likes it or not. If he doesn't step in the ring with Crawford, he's going to have to step in there with somebody else. And I'm going to tell you, once again, I'm going to break this shit down, right? People are not going to like who he's stepping in the ring with. People are not going to like it. Because what they're trying to do, like I always told you, they're trying to find a different way to get the WBO title, bro. They're trying to find a way. Boxing is the hocus pocus, man. How many times I got to put this shit out there for you? Errol Spence accident is exactly what I mentioned. Hocus pocus of boxing. All of a sudden, he's coming up on a fight announcement. Did y'all know he's supposed to have a fight announcement? Please drop it in the chat. A Y for yes, a N for no. Did y'all hear around the globe a fight announcement? Because I'm going to tell you, before you sit up here and act like you knew everything, drop a thumbnail link. Drop a thumbnail link. Where's a freaking fight announcement and who he was going to fight. Did any one of y'all hear that? Please let me know. Did y'all hear? It was supposed to be a fight announcement. This dude, Errol Spence, right? Okay, Tehran and Rashid said no, thank you. So listen up. This guy puts in an article of Boxing News 24. Let me go back over there. This dude says he was going to make an announcement. Let me see. Unfortunately, he didn't. Said Spence Brown customer acting. Let me see, can I find that article? Okay, that's not it. But this dude said he was supposed Errol Spence to fight in April, May, or June. So this is the article, I think, where he said he was going to make an announcement. He said, I was going to have a fight announcement 3 or 4 days after my accident, but stuff started hurting, so we pulled it. I'm telling you all, it's cap, dog. It's hocus pocus, dog. He said, but stuff started hurting. What stuff? Stuff is I explained to my kid, like, stuff doesn't have an identity. What do you mean? Be specific. Be descriptive. Spence said stuff started hurting. What stuff? What stuff? My vehicle got front end swiped worse than his. And I was waiting on a dang law enforcement officer to come up here. I got receipts. I just didn't put it out online. But he's saying stuff started to hurt. You got front end damage, bro. Nowhere even close. You got a damn expensive ass vehicle. And you sit up here and said that stuff started to hurt, so we pushed it back. We're going to wait on the announcement. Who knew that Errol Spence had an announcement coming up all of a sudden? It's cap, y'all. It's cap. Just so happened he was going to announce his upcoming fight 3 to 4 days after the accident happened. And all of stuff started hurting. But yet he was walking just fine. He was walking as fast. Even the guy said, then it's the fastest I ever seen Errol Spence walk. It's hocus pocus, y'all. They're trying to wait and see who's next. These cats won't give you the real man hot grease, bro. They won't give you the hot grease on this shit. I can keep the same energy on these channels, not even talking about Spence. They busy want to talk about. And at this point in time, all I'm doing, I'm not even disrespecting the dude or nothing. I'm just saying he's not being honest. He's capping. You're gonna tell me that no one had no idea who you was fighting, when you was fighting, and this accident happens, and you drop shirts on the same day. You messy, bro. But this is the world we live in. We have individuals that's willing to fake shit, and they don't care because they feel, hey, it'll fly by. We don't care. Just go out here, damage a vehicle, right? And say you was about to make an announcement 3 to 4 days after his accident, but stuff started hurting. So now you're going to fight April, May, or June, around the time Crawford has his mandatory. What happened with Stanthionis? Wasn't he in the slot? Wasn't he in the slot? What happened to him? Step aside money, disappeared. About to go in there with Ortiz, whatever. Y'all are putting too much emphasis on this mandatory Crawford has, when he told you all that he's fought all his mandatories. If Crawford has a mandatory coming up in May, I respect that he's going to damn do what he's been doing. He's going to fight his mandatory. It don't matter who it is. Y'all busy the ones that's trying to throw names his way. Y'all busy think that the new coming is a guy who's unproven. It don't matter what the numbers. In this case, the numbers do lie. Because you can inflate your record in boxing, but yet and still, if you don't have nobody on that resume even close, remotely close to the caliber of a fighter that you're trying to throw him in there with, and you trying to say he's going to walk through him, it's going to be easy work. Man, come on, dog. Come on, stop it. Come on, man. Spence say, I was going to have a fight announcement 3 or 4 days after my accident, but stuff started hurting. So we pushed it back. We're going to wait on the announcement. Come on, bro. Probably around May or June, April, May or June, I just got to talk to my team, and hopefully I'll recover 100%. Now he's injured again, y'all. Y'all respect that shit? Do y'all respect what we're looking at right now? What we're reading? This dude dropped t-shirts on the same day. And he has an accident. Out of all the people in the world, he gets his vehicle front end by a 14-year-old kid who just happened to want to go for a joyride. 14-year-old kid. And it's people that can't even find the report. We can't find a news article. Let me do it while I'm online. It might have went down since I've been online. Let me type it in now. Errol Spence. Let me see. Nope. 14. Let me type it in now. See if anything popped up since I've been online. Let me see what they got to say. Let me see if any more information. He ran the light, Spence said, video showing the crumble front end of the SUV. F my whole shit up. That's what Spence said. All right. I want to look for, where's the police report though? With claims the other was a 14-year-old. Claims the other was a 14-year-old who took his parents' vehicle. Where's the dude at? The 30-year-old welterweight said he hurt his leg as a result of the head-on collision, but the severity of his injury is currently, wait on it, hold it, breathe, wait, bring it in slowly, steady, here it goes. Severity of his injury is currently unknown. 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 Unknown, y'all. Unknown. Anybody else know the injury? Can't be his leg because he was moving very, very well when he was at Frank Martin. Maybe it was a cortisone shot. You know what I'm saying? A cortisone shot. Maybe he rubbed some Motrin on it. You know what I'm saying? They melted the Motrin down and rubbed some Motrin on it. Maybe they got the World Cup spray that they spray on fighter on the players, and they automatically get up. They in grueling pain. They spray that spray. Shh. They just hop up. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. They got that magic spray. Maybe they gave him the magic spray, bro. Seriously. I'm telling you, man. I call bullshit on that shit, bro. And people's like, oh, for real? You sitting up here, you don't think? Listen, man. He say he was gonna make a fight announcement that nobody else knew. He was gonna make that shit, dog. He was gonna make a fight announcement. Nobody even knew the fight was gonna take place, who he was fighting. Look, if it was Keith Thurman, look how quiet Keith Thurman's been, dog. Look how quiet Keith Thurman's been. Why isn't these dudes? It's not up to me. I don't want to hear from them. They busy talking about Bud. But they're not even speaking on the line as Errol Spence with this vehicle incident. And now he's not fighting to mid-year. He's not fighting to potentially after Crawford and see what happened with Crawford's mandatory. Man, I told you they was going to try their best to see how they can get this belt. Seriously, how they can get this belt off Crawford without fighting him, dog. So now all of a sudden Crawford, he can't revisit the Spence fight because he's hurt. Stuff start to hurt. He's hurt right now. So what did I say? What did I tell you all, man? What did I tell y'all? This fight ain't happening. Primary in the first semester, before this accident even happened, I say the fight isn't happening. But I don't get no credit for that. They just want to give other people credit for saying it. I said the fight ain't happening before the accident happened, bro. And look what it is. He's not fighting in the first semester of the year. I can get paid off of it because I was right. But then they're going to say, oh, man, that was a freak accident. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I said he wasn't fighting in the first half of the year. So now you have to look at what are people going to talk about now. He said he ain't fighting in April, May, or June. So there's no way Crawford can revisit any type of negotiation right now unless they're going to fight in May. That's still an option. If they're going to fight in May. Look, this is another situation you have to worry about. He's saying stuff started to hurt. So when is he going to be available and get cleared to go back to training since he was in an accident? When is he going to get cleared? And then also, what does this do? Is he getting tested? Is he signed up for VADA yet? Is he being tested? Something else is going on, y'all. This dude was just playing, talking about on board and all this other shit. And then he comes back. Let me know what you think. Real talk. Is he signed up for VADA yet? He's hurt. There's no way that Crawford can negotiate with this dude on the first half, in the first semester of 2023. But that doesn't mean the fight cannot be spoken on to happen in May. We all know what a unification does to a mandatory. So we ain't worried about that. But what we do know is I'm sticking to what I say about the fight ain't happening. And now all of a sudden he comes into an accident and his body hurt. He have to wait till he get well again and he can't do shit no more. So this dude's going to be out the ring a full year. And those Spence fans, don't come over here whining, bitching, and complaining because now he's getting into measures. You know what I'm saying? Crawford's 35 years old. Well, you trying to wait till he pick up another year? How are you going to do that? And he ain't having no hard fight. Abonesian wasn't no hard fight for him. So if you're thinking about aging the man out, it's not going to make any sense because he's not tearing down his body like that. He's not in a hard-ass fight like Spence was with Porter. They keep on wanting him to age out and be in a tough fight and take punishment. But the dude ain't taking punishment. So, look, he may be able to go into the late 30s. If he chooses to, late 30s, early 40s, because of him preserving his body. I'm not saying he ain't been touched in his career. I'm just saying that he don't take punishment. The man done shut down all his fights in the welterweight division. So you tell me. He turned 36, 36 is not 35, right? Okay then. So every bit of the Crawford negotiations was being leaked constantly. But this is alleged announcement went under the radar with no leaks. Hey, there you go. Hey. This was secret squirrel type shit, dog. This was Area 59 out in the desert. No one seen this on the radar. But all of a sudden, Spence say, oh, man. Oh, my God. Gee Willikers, dog. I just don't know. I just don't get it. I was going to announce to the world my upcoming fight. And look, he still didn't let out who he was going to fight. He still didn't let the world know who he was going to fight. Man, stop capping, bro. And all those damn Spence channels out there capping. Who you going to talk about now? The same shit? That shit getting old. That shit. Errol Spence warns Crawford. Uh-oh. Spence rips Crawford. Uh-oh. Spence warns Crawford that he's going to take his belts and he's going to knock him out and all this. Man, stop it. That shit is played out, man. Spence Jr. running and someone else might get Bud. But I don't think Ennis has what it takes. Plus, Virgil versus Stantionis is signed. So think about that, Tony. They can make Virgil Ortiz and Stantionis happen. But all these other fights, people just throwing boots into the equation, right? They just throwing them in the cradle and rocking them like a baby, right? If he wants the damn mandatory, get the mandatory then. Get the mandatory, bro. Ain't nobody scared of that. Get the mandatory. I have every bit of confidence that Terrence Crawford would do just fine. Right now, the fight fans want to see a competitive fight. Spence busy out here faking accidents and talking about he was going to announce a fight. Who does that? Like check this out. Let's be realistic now. Let's be realistic. Grown adults, boxing fanatics. Let's be realistic with this shit. Couldn't he have kept that shit to himself? Think about this shit. When I say the hocus pocus of boxing, bro, he could have kept all this shit to himself and say, yeah, I hurt my leg. Stuff started to hurt. Just boom, just kept it. I'll probably fight April, May, or June. You didn't have to bring nothing up about no fight announcement, bro. No, you had to do that shit because that was the entire plan, was to basically delay and stop the talk of people wondering when you're going to fight next. That's all that was. You just needed a situation that was worse enough. You couldn't say you was falling down the steps. You couldn't say you was out riding your horse and he bucked you off. Because we know you have a domesticated, lazy-ass freaking Mr. Mule. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do anything that was super crazy. You was in the gym and your eye fell out again. They had to have something drastic. So what? They go back to people can relate to and felt empathy for you. Car accident. This time, it wasn't that you was behind the wheel intoxicated, but it was a 14-year-old vigilante. Oh my God. That goddamn mysterious 14-year-old kid. I swear to God, I haven't seen a picture. I haven't heard a name. I haven't seen a report. And the injuries of Errol Spence was unknown. Did anybody have a video of an ambulance there? Did he request to go to the hospital? Is there any type of situation we can attach this to that this man went to the hospital? If not, man, like I said, he's capping, bro. He's freaking super capping. Errol super cap Spence, bro. They think people will accept all BS. They do. They do accept it though, Tony. These people accept it though. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear something that is all the way a lie, so they can goddamn do their own troubleshooting and add their own lies to it. They want to compound a lie on top of a lie. That's the dysfunctional and abusive relationship on this YTC. These people get brainwashed and conditioned to hear shit that's untrue, and they love it. They come in this motherfucker already foaming at the mouth. Lie to me. Oh yeah, lie to me. Please lie to me. Don't treat me nice. Lie to me now. Lie. I want to hear a lie. Somebody give me a fresh lie, please. Give me a fresh one. Come on, give me a fresh lie. Man, come on, bro. Ennis has to petition the mandatory stages to face Bud. I haven't heard anything about him doing anything for a shot at Crawford. Hey, smart man right there. Paying attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Attention to detail. You don't need to scrutinize it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that we need to put under a microscope. We haven't heard anything. We heard that they was going to petition the IBF to order the mandatory for them to face Spence, but we haven't heard anything, bro. Nothing. But all people want to talk about, oh well, Spence got his mandatory up there where he need to face Boots. Okay then. Why don't y'all go to their inbox and make that happen? Snap a lot. Let's go. Pronto. Let's make that happen. Pronto. Let's go. We're not gonna sit up here and talk about this fight and need to marinate and come up with a reason for y'all to include now another fighter in there and Terrence ain't doing this. No, he continued to do what he's been doing. On record. In attendance. No tardies. Facing his mandatory. Getting stoppages. Closing the showdown. Putting butts in the seats. All that little back and forth rhetoric, man, them human beings that you all keep on thinking that's fucking with y'all, they ain't fucking with y'all, bro. They tired of hearing the same bullshit that y'all been talking. Have y'all noticed that? They tired of it, bro. Errol Spence is out here in the street having car accidents, man. And then he all of a sudden think, oh, this is the perfect time for me to say I was about to announce the fight 3 to 4 days after. Stop the cap, nigga, please. You're lying, man. Stop it, bro. All Boots is doing is talking, still no petition. Okay, y'all let him know. Goddamn, let him know. Put the petition. He had some icy hot. Yeah, he might have had some icy hot on that motherfucker, dog. For real, that special icy hot. For that old school and gay. That liniment that you have to heat up and shit, and you put it on your skin while it's warm and hot. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who putting it on you. You know, if grandma was putting on that shit be hot as hell. Keep still now. Keep still. It's going to sting a little bit, but it's going to work them muscles and get that soreness out of there. But grandma, you burning me again. Now you keep talking, I'm going to get the belt. I'm going to make you go out back and get a switch now. Spence Jr. is digging himself a deeper hole. Crawford will have fought twice before they meet. Consistent in the ring is what keeps a fighter in shape. Hey, man, once again, you're doing too much home study. You're doing too much self-research. What did I say when this argument, Tony, was going down about negotiations, right? They wanted Bud to go into 2023 talking about the same thing you're talking about. They wanted Bud to be on that end of it, though. They wanted him to go into next year not having fought a whole year. I guarantee you, somehow, some way, they would have been extremely happy with him surpassing a year out the ring and going into 2023 and potentially being out of the ring 13, 14 months. 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15, 16 months. But now, all of a sudden, Terrence Crawford leaves negotiation and goes there and knocks out Avanesian. Errol Spence gets in a car wreck. Because like I've been saying before, he don't want that Crawford work. He don't want the Crawford work. He doesn't want the Crawford work. He's on record as saying, "Oh no, man, I don't want no Keith Thurman. I don't want to fight that guy. I told Al I ain't want to fight that guy." Well, who you want to fight, bro? You're looking real stupid right now. Who are you gonna fight? You didn't want to fight Crawford because on the day of you want to drop T-shirts. You want to get in an accident, so stuff hurt now. So all of a sudden, the fight ain't being announced. Well, you better damn shock us all by goddamn getting together and signing this fight with Terrence Crawford, and we end up seeing that next. You better shock us, because right now they calling cap on you, bro. Those Spence channels would pivot to the next guy to sensationalize, and they're gonna do what they got to do, man. They're gonna do what they continue to do. Real talk. Come up with excuses. Come up with fake ass scenarios. Come up with lies. Just come up with the same trash information. YouTube has took a turn based off one man. I always say that's extreme power in real life. That's extreme power. Just think about that. One freaking man, Terrence Bud Crawford, has changed the tide of the YTC. Think about this. It hasn't happened like that. It hasn't. Terrence Crawford has all these collective channels putting out fake clickbait information on him day in and day out, and they believe they're doing themselves a service. They believe they are basically creating history. Now, this is real life shit, bro. This is not virtual. This is real life shit where these individuals are wasting their time, their family time. They're taking time out there to sit in their cars and goddamn come up with lives every day to talk about one man and he ain't the president. Bud Crawford, the president of the United States. Bud Crawford has been being spoken on more than most athletes. All because these individuals feel like there's a purpose. There's a purpose, bro. Now once again, I must reiterate, we're talking about individuals that have families, growing, thriving families. And this man is busy taking care of his family, but these dudes is busy taking away from their family. While he's focused on providing for his family, these grown-ass men are extracting from their own family. The time that they supposed to be spending with their families, they're talking about Bud Crawford. Because they have to come up with a damn negative video, clickbait, lies, deceptive information, agitprop every single day. Spence Jr. is accident prone. Is he truly accident prone if you set it up? Are you accident prone if it's set up? Just enough to the point where he isn't injured because he's not in a boot. He said he hurt his leg, right? He's not in a boot. He's not on crutches. He's not in any of that. Any of that, bro. D Young on deck. What's good, D? Things looking bad for Spence, and he know it. That's why he was so vague with them answers. I just didn't like his demeanor. It's like he want to say something but can't. Listen, bro. Listen. Spence can't say nothing, and when you lying, you gotta make sure you cover tracks. You know. That's what he kept saying. You know. He wanted to make sure he wasn't slipping up with tongue. He had to make sure that he remembered. It was hard for Spence to remember what he said. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for him to remember. But he wanted to make sure it wasn't a slip of the tongue so people can run with his information. So he just shut it down and be extremely vague with the answers and give you nothing. It's crazy, bro. Appreciate that, Tony. Just Tony said, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, man. You know, show some love to the channel. You know what I'm saying? It's 29 in the building and freaking 24 likes, man. How they do that there? How you do that there, bro? For real, how you do that there? Talking about Bud on Dummy Brown show right now. Okay. I mean, everybody's going to talk about it. Shit, they going to talk about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute the World Combat Sports in the chat. Good night. God bless. Good night, brother. Good night to you. Real talk. And you know what I'm saying? And much blessings out there starting the work week, man. It is Sunday night. People lie on Sundays, too. People lie on Sundays, too, bro. They feel like that's the day that can get them blessed for the entire week. So lie on Sunday so it can prepare you for all the sinning that you're about to do Monday through Saturday. You feel me? People believe that. They believe they blessed. You know, they ask forgiveness. Forgive me, the Most High, for I know what I do, but I do it anyway, knowing that you're going to bless me and forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I know what I do. They know what they're doing. Yeah, be safe out there, Tony. Juice says Spence is all cap. Y'all see him at fight. He nowhere near fight shape. He got to be 190, 200. November 19 was cap. Man, listen, you know well as I do, man. Spencer's out here just capping and lying to his people. But see, when you lie to the people, his people don't believe he's lying to them because they steadily focus on Crawford. So they know he full of shit. They know he full of shit, but they don't really want to focus on him. They want to focus on Bud. And for what exactly? It's proven already who doesn't want to fight, man. Errol Spence fakes a car accident and say he's hurt when he was going to make an announcement. When was that going to happen? No one even heard anything about a possible announcement. Even behind the scenes, nobody was buzzing about an announcement being. That's real. Because I've been asking about it. I've been talking. People behind the scene do find out shit before it's broken. They do. They'll tell you don't put it out there, but this, and this. It happens all the time, bro. I mean, that's if your connect is like that. I want to say it's disappointing, but it ain't because these cats just out here selling out their soul to tell a lie. And now Spence done created a fake ass car accident and dropping t-shirts, and he's up here walking through the damn arena, and he's just fine at a good speed too. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, good speed. Carl Lewis speed up in there. Usain Bolt. Dude was nice with the 100. Nice with the 100. No spikes. No nothing, bro. Like in regular casual gear. Nice with the 100. No Justin Gatlin. Shit, Justin Gatlin couldn't keep up with Errol Spence, bro. Hell no. This dude saying stuff hurts. But yet, how are you supposed to get better and you out here just and you know, how you gonna get ready for a fight? You know, you wearing big clothes. Terrence Crawford already done pulled up on you one time and grabbed you and say, oh, that's fat. That's fat. Now you know better. It's just unfortunate, y'all. I ain't gonna leave. It's unfortunate shit, bro. It's unfortunate, bro. EJ is 2022 Power Walk champion. For real, right? That dude has nothing on the Olympic power walking, bro. This dude was so fast trying to get up out of there, dog. Dude, he was trying to get up out of there, man. He said, I don't want to talk to nobody. None of that. They say exactly. They know he fit. They just want Bud to be full of shit too, and it ain't working. Who is AJ fighting? Where's the pressure from YTC and the alphabet? I don't know. I really don't pay attention to them at all. I just know those dudes have sold out, and unlike anything that ever happened to YTC, they're basically did away with any type of minor standards that they might have had to report on boxing. They just all committed to say, we're gonna make history. We just gonna talk about this boxer until the end time. Well, it basically is meritless right now. It has no merit for them to talk on it because now he faked a car accident and he's injured. So what are you gonna do? Blame Bud for sending a 14-year-old kid out there? You gonna blame him? He knew the 14-year-old kid from Omaha. He sent them out there. Why are we still talking about what Errol Spence is doing and him warning and Bud and all this? Man, we're about to go into a whole nother year and y'all still putting up thumbnails about Crawford and Spence. And by the way, it's no way for y'all to recover from this bullshit. There's no way that y'all gonna recover from doing that many clickbait lying ass videos on Bud Crawford, and then now you want to go back to freaking talking about boxing and shit. You can't recover. You're done. You're trash. Y'all can't go a whole week without talking about Bud Crawford. But yet y'all want to sit up here and say, "Oh, I got his cousin's number. I talk to Stone all the time in their camp." Get an interview then. Get an interview then. Those microphones starting to give EJ anxiety. He know the Bud question's coming. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The good thing about him, he's going to be able to go on hiatus. Now that Frank Martin has finished fighting, he's going to go in hiatus right now, just like he was before. He had to peek his head out the barrel because Frank Martin was stepping in the square. Now that that's over with, he's going to go back into hibernation. That's real talk. He's about to disappear again. Now, those same channels, they're going to have to come up with bullshit, which makes no sense. He's the one that's saying that what? Stuff start hurting. So if stuff start hurting, where's he going to go with it? I mean, where the channel's going to go with it? You going to continue to blame Bud for leaving the negotiations? He's already stepped in there and fought. What's next? BLK is showed that they legit. They have some damn key role players in the damn equation. He got paid. What next? Y'all want to talk about how many? So what? Let's just say he did 2K. What the fuck you gonna do about it? Let's say he did 2K. Let's say he did 1K. What are you gonna do about it? A damn thing. Not a motherfucking thing. What are you gonna do about it? If he did 2K, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You can't do nothing. You can't stop his pay. You ain't signing his check. You have no goddamn influence on what's going on with that guy at all. So what's next? What's the next topic? The same retreaded trash ass narratives. I like it. You know why I appreciate that y'all selling yourself. You done sold yourself on this Bud bashing tour. This excursion that you are on, because you can't recover from the bullshit, bro. It's too much. There's so many people not taking y'all serious. People that come to me and ask why these channels has basically became committed to bashing Terrence Crawford. I tell them, I say it's just them being followers, them being visuals that don't have shit to talk about with Errol Spence, and they feel like they're gonna wait until Errol Spence get a fight, and then they're gonna start talking about him again. They feel like their listeners is so stupid that they can continue to medicate them with the same pollution over and over and over again. And once their brains are so contaminated, they will be a fully functional dummy. Seriously. Just keep on medicating them with the bullshit. Contaminate. Feed them the nonsense. And hopefully they stay around and listen to the same rhetoric all the time. And they like it. But when it comes to people taking them serious, people are going to remember this shit. Real talk. They're taking years out of their life that they can't get back. As long as Terrence Crawford stays an active fighter, these dudes will talk about him. Can you imagine the arguments that's going on behind the scenes with these channels and they people that they don't want to talk to the listeners about? It's arguments that's being going on. These dudes are goddamn doing live streams from their vehicles because their girl, their wife, they ain't having this shit. You're not gonna come in here and talk all day about the same dude. Your girl, look, your girls, those of you, your ladies might be curious of who you talking about, and they might start doing Google search. Oh, that's Terrence Crawford. I might have to try to hit him on a DM because this dude must be extremely important if he keeps talking about him. They have all these men of the household supposed to be taking care of their families, but yet they talking about Bud Crawford, right? So they ladies started to get intrigued, and they started doing inquiries. And they saw, oh shit, who he is, damn. And behind their back, they start really paying attention. Let me check this out. Let me check that out. And then they go in here and start looking up videos on YouTube, and they really find out, damn, this what he talking about? Let me see what he's talking about. They look at the time frame that you put in. You was in the car doing that shit. All y'all. It's not just one person anymore. It's a lot of y'all doing shit from the car because you can't go in the house. You can't go in the trailer home and goddamn do this shit. So your girl is curious now, and she might even drop Bud a DM. Hey, the next time you on travels, let me know. And believe me, it's confidential. I figure he's spending so much time talking about you. I need to get to know you. They go up there dropping DMs to Bud. Hey, they spending all this time. They don't spend no time with me. So I need to know why they ain't spending. And they talking about another man. Oh shit. Let me check you out, man. Took off when Reggie Owens asked him about Bud. Damn, bro. What was that? Where was Reggie Owens at? He was at the fight. He went to the Frank Martin fight. And then Errol Spence didn't even give him the courtesy. You know what I'm saying? The proper etiquette. He retreated. Damn, what fight he was at? He was at the Frank Martin fight. That just goes to show you, man, ain't trying to take no accountability, dog. He ain't trying to take no accountability. But y'all, hey, appreciate y'all pulling up. 30 in the building. Appreciate that. Hey, man, we got 26 likes. That ain't cool, bro. 26 likes, man. Y'all got to get the likes up to 30, bro. Y'all just goddamn window watching this shit, man. Come on, get the likes up, shawty. Y'all can do it. 4 more freaking likes, man. You got 30 in the building. 4 more likes. That shit crazy, man. Come on, 30 is the magic number, y'all. Come on, sprinkle that dust over that good juju. You know what I'm saying? But y'all hold it down, man. Continue to support the channel, man. Appreciate everyone for pulling up, man. We should this again another time. And Errol Spence capping, know that. Errol Spence capping, bro. That shit wasn't real. I understand that. Best pound for pound. Salute to Team Crawford. You know, they trying their best to try to figure it out. That's what's going on. Over there, on EJ's side, they trying their best to try to figure out what's the next play. What's the next play? Because we don't want EJ to be out the ring too long with an injury. Because they're going to say, oh, man, he needs a tune-up. And look, Errol Spence say he don't take tune-ups now. So he should be able to come back after that April fight No matter how long he been out the ring, and step right up in there with whoever that is. All right? Y'all turn up and tune